Hi everybody, I just wanted to make this video so you could see how to sign up for all of the swim meets for Gators. So the first thing that I'm going to recommend after you sign in, go back to the team website here and pull up the 2020 meet schedule. This will give you an idea of like comparing your calendar with what's going on with the meets so that you know like, hey, we're out of town for this one. Or maybe you don't know that you're going to have like a baseball game or something. So maybe you just make a note like, hey, I need to go back and confirm for the 12th meet or something like that. Our suggestion is if you're slightly unsure, but it's possible that your swimmer can go, is that you go ahead and sign up for the meet, especially if it's an away meet. It is much harder to add a swimmer to a meet. Like if you show up and you don't realize that you didn't sign up for the meet, it's very challenging for us to put your swimmer in at that time. At home, it's a little bit easier because it's all of our people doing the computers, but when we're away, going to an away team's computer table and asking them to add a swimmer at that point is, you know, not necessarily the thing we want to be doing. So do us all a favor, and if you are a yes or a maybe, go ahead and go in and confirm that you're going to be at that meet. And then if you need to change it, then you can pull your swimmer out. That's always easier. So going back then to the back page here, you want to go to events and competition. You want to hit team events, and the current and upcoming events will pop up. Most important thing here is the Ashbury Alligator Time Trial. So you want to hit attend/decline. And you will see your eligible family members listed, and undeclared will show up if you have not done anything. So at the end of this, you want to have done something to everything, we hope. So you want to select, yes, I want to go to this event. When you select yes, you will notice that events pop up. What will pop up are all the events that your swimmer is able to swim in their age group. So keep in mind, if you're a 6 and under swimmer, you're only going to see 25 freestyle and 25 backstroke. You can only swim those 2 events at any given meet. That's all we do for 6 and unders. Then 8 and unders, you'll see 25s for all 4 strokes. And then I think it's 9-10 is when the IM starts, the individual medley. Don't quote me on that. So you'll notice right down here, it says max entries. So max entries, individual events for the time trials are 4, because it's just our team and we don't do any of the competitive relays that we do in other things. We do the fun relays, but not the competitive ones. So you can sign up for all 4 of these events for your swimmer, all the ones that are there. So a combination of 4 events. So we hit save changes. And then what pops up is that this Gator family member number 1 is committed, and it lists all of their events. Then you want to go into your other family member and you want to hit yes, sign them up. Now let's say, see how there's a note section here? Let's say that Joe needs to leave early. Please don't put him in a relay. So like, for example, if it's a regular meet, like on a Saturday, and you only want them to swim half of the meet because you have something else to go to, that's fine. You can sign them up for like the first 2 events and then say, hey, don't put him in a relay. So here's what I would put. Hey, needs to leave early. Please don't put him in a relay. And then the events are listed in order. So you can see the event number. So, you know, usually backstroke is our halfway mark. So if you're looking to leave early, you might want to eliminate back and breaststroke, and then obviously they wouldn't be in a relay. All of our relays go we have like a relay set in the beginning and then a relay set at the end, and the end relay is what you would not want them to be in. So at least give me 2 years that I might be remembering that wrong, but I'm almost positive that's how it works. So then I would go through and just select the first 2 so that, you know, I'm not signing my son up or daughter up for an event that they're not going to be able to make. So I'd hit save changes. So then that note will go to the coach, and, you know, then they can make decisions based on that. So that's how you sign up for an event. Let me give you one that is a, you know, regular like swim meet so you can see the difference. So you've got attend decline again, Gator 1 family member. I'm going to hit yes again so you can see. So notice these entries are different. So individual events is 3, relays is 2. You as a parent don't get to sign your child up for a relay. That's like based on how many kids we have signed up. Like, let's say we have, only 3 kids sign up in an age group, which doesn't happen, but then we wouldn't have enough people to make a relay. So the coaches go in and make the relays based on who has signed up for the meet. So that's another reason why you really want to make sure that you've signed up, because then you can, get your kid in a relay, which is, the most fun part. So let's say you're going to be late to something. This particular meet, I think this is on a Saturday, but let's say you were coming after work, or maybe there was another event. I could say, yes, sign up. I'll say, we're going to be late, not able to swim the first event. So that might be something, but that's also something that you really need to talk to a coach about. Showing up late is sometimes possible. Like, let's say your kid's in a camp or something, that can work, but then they're missing warm-ups, and then if something happens and you then miss the whole meet, that's gonna affect things later on. So definitely, like, if this is a thing, you want to also email the coach if you're trying to make it work. Otherwise, be sure to put it in the notes and try to sign them up accordingly. Obviously, if you're not going to be there, just hit no thanks, Gator 1 will not attend this event, and hit save changes. And then it says declined. So it's really nice that we can go in when we're looking around at who's coming and who's not. We know you're declined. We know that you have said, hey, we're not going to be here for this particular meet, and we know not to like bug you about it or anything. If you're undeclared, you're going to get like emails out the wazoo going, are you coming? Would you please sign up? So that we know. So moral of the story is to look at the calendar. Figure out the days you're absolutely not going to be here. Don't forget, the green ones are all the home meets, and the other ones are the away meets. So if you know you're not going to be there, go in right now and hit decline. If you think you're going to be there, then go in and hit that you're going to be there, and then if you need to change something, you can change it. One other thing you can do, if you go in, you could say, yes, please sign up for this event, and you don't have to click any of the entries. So then you'll see that your swimmer is committed, but maybe you don't want to pick the entries right now because you're trying to decide, like you're trying to get city times, or you just don't know what your kid's going to want to swim like a month and a half from now. So that's okay, but maybe make a note for yourself that you didn't put the entries in or whatever. So if you don't put the entries in, basically the coaches will do that for you, and they'll kind of look at maybe what your swimmer has done before, what they want to work on. Maybe they'll ask them, depends on how much time they have before the meet, etc. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. It's really, really, really important to sign up for swim meets or decline them. That helps everybody with planning. We know things change, but it's very helpful to do that. And if you have any questions, let us know. The last thing is, if you ever have to leave a meet early, please, please, please make sure you talk to a coach if you didn't already tell them. It's so important that we stay till the end so that we have all of our relay members there, because it's not going to show up maybe on your screen. It'll show up on the heat sheet when you get to the meet. So you always want to double check that, because your kid could be in a relay, and if they leave early, then you've got 3 other little swimmers who are like, can't swim because somebody left. So please, please, please be sure to do that. All right, thank you guys for all of your help in making this run easier and signing up for swim meets. Let's have a great season. Thanks.